How to turn savings into investing. Your savings account paid you $2.40 last year. Not per month, per year. $2.40. The annual return on $8,000 sitting in the account your bank automatically opened when you got your checking account, earning 0.03% APY, while your bank lent your money to other people at 7% and kept the difference as what the industry calls net interest margin, and what you might call something less technical. $2.40. You cannot buy a coffee with $2.40. You cannot buy a song with $2.40. You can buy approximately 2/3 of a pack of gum with $2.40, and that is the annual dividend from $8,000 of your money working a full year in a product your bank calls a savings account. The default savings account exists to hold your money while the bank earns a return on it that is structurally different from the return it passes to you. The bank is not confused about this. The bank is doing exactly what it designed the product to do. The confusion is on the side of anyone who thinks savings account and saving money are the same thing. This video is the 5-step path from the account that paid you $2.40 to the account structure that works while you sleep, in order, with the specific things you need to do at each step. Build the emergency fund. First, before you invest a single dollar, you need 3 to 6 months of living expenses in a high-yield savings account. Not in investments, not in your checking account, in a HYSA specifically. Why before investing? Because the market goes down, sometimes dramatically. If the market drops 30% in the same month your car needs $2,800 in repairs, you will be forced to sell investments at exactly the wrong time to cover it. And selling investments at a loss to cover an emergency is one of the fastest ways to permanently reduce your long-term returns. The emergency fund is not a financial product. It is the thing that makes every other financial decision survivable. Fidelity, Ally, Marcus, and SoFi all offer high-yield savings accounts with no minimum balance and no monthly fees. Moving your emergency fund to one of these takes about 11 minutes. The $2.40 account can hold whatever you need for immediate spending. The HYSA holds the buffer. Exact actions. In order. 1. Calculate 3 months of essential expenses. Rent, plus utilities, plus groceries, plus transport, plus minimum debt payments. 2. Open a high-yield savings account at Fidelity, Ally, SoFi, or Marcus. 0 minimum. No monthly fee. Approximately 3% APY. 3. Transfer your emergency fund target to the HYSA. 4. Do not invest until this step is complete. The emergency fund is the gate. You cannot reliably invest without it because an unexpected expense will force you to undo the investing. Build the gate first. Everything after it becomes stable. Kill high-interest debt before you invest. If you have high-interest debt, credit cards typically at 20 to 27%. APR, personal loans above 10%, any rate above 7 to 8%. Paying that off is a better guaranteed return than any index fund. The S&P 500 has averaged approximately 10% annually over the long term. A credit card charging you 24% APR is the same math in reverse. Paying off $3,200 in credit card debt at 24% is the equivalent of earning a guaranteed 24% return on $3,200. Not subject to market conditions, not subject to timing, just guaranteed by the fact that interest stops accruing when the balance hits 0. You cannot outinvest a 24% interest rate. The math does not work. Every dollar you put into an index fund while carrying 24% APR debt is earning 10% on one side and losing 24% on the other. The net is negative. Pay the debt first. The exception is debt below 5%. A mortgage, a subsidized student loan, a car loan at 4.2%. Debt below 5% can coexist with investing. Because the expected investment return historically exceeds the debt cost, you can argue about where exactly to draw this line, The debate about whether 6% debt should be paid first or invested against is a legitimate financial question. The debate about 24% credit card debt is not a legitimate financial question. It has an answer. The answer is pay it. Exact actions. In order. 1. List all debts with their APRs. 2. Any debt above 7 to 8% APR. Pay it off before investing, highest rate first, avalanche method. 3. Any debt below 5% APR. Minimum payments, begin investing simultaneously. 4. The gray zone, 5 to 8%. Your call. Reasonable people disagree. Both options are defensible. This step has a finish line. The credit card will be 0. The finish line is the starting gun for everything that follows. Open the right account. The account you open determines how your returns are taxed. This is one of the most valuable decisions in the entire sequence, and it takes about 11 minutes regardless of which account you choose. The order. If your employer offers a 401k with a match, contribute enough to capture the full match first. This is a 50% to 100% immediate return on those dollars before any market movement. No index fund in history has ever returned 100% guaranteed in year 1. Capture the match. Then open a Roth IRA. The Roth IRA. You contribute after-tax dollars, your money grows completely tax-free, and withdrawals in retirement are tax-free, including decades of compound growth. The 2026 contribution limit is $7,000 per year, $8,000 if you are 50 or older. If you earn under $146,000 single or $230,000 married filing jointly, you are eligible. Open it at Fidelity, Vanguard, or Schwab. All three have 0 minimums, 0 account fees, and commission-free index fund purchases. The taxable brokerage account is what you open after maxing the Roth IRA. It has no contribution limit, no income limit, and no tax shelter, which means your returns are taxed annually and at sale. It is the least efficient of the 3 accounts and also the most flexible. You open it when you've run out of the better options. Most people never run out of the better options. The Roth IRA limit of $7,000 per year is $583 per month. If you are currently investing more than $583 per month in a taxable account while your Roth IRA is not maxed, you have made an error. A correctable one, but an error. Exact actions. In order. 1. If employer 401k match exists, contribute exactly enough to capture the full match, usually 3 to 6% of salary. 2. Open a Roth IRA at Fidelity.com, Vanguard.com, or Schwab.com. Takes 10 to 15 minutes. Need SSN plus bank account. 3. Roth IRA 2026 limit, $7,000 per year, $583 per month. This is your primary investing vehicle. 4. Only after Roth IRA is maxed, open a taxable brokerage account for additional investing. The account type is a legal structure around the investment. The investment inside it is the same fund either way. The structure determines whether the government takes a share of the growth. Open the one that shares the least. Choose the boring fund. You do not need to pick stocks. You do not need to research companies. You do not need to watch CNBC. You do not need a financial advisor for this specific decision. You need one ticker symbol. VOO, the Vanguard S&P 500 ETF, owns a fraction of the 500 largest companies in the United States, weighted by size. Expense ratio, 0.03% per year. On $10,000 invested, your annual fee is $3, not $300, not 3%, $3. When you buy VOO, you own a piece of Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Nvidia, and 496 others instantly diversified for $3 per year per $10,000 invested. The alternative, VTI, The Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF owns the entire US market, over 3,600 companies instead of 500. Expense ratio also 0.03%. Then choose SCHD to balance it out with dividends. You will hear about other funds. An ETF that focuses on AI companies. A fund that owns only dividend-paying stocks. These products exist because differentiation sells and simplicity does not produce management fees. VOO charges 0.03%. The actively managed fund that a human being selects and monitors charges 0.75% to 1.2% per year and statistically underperforms VOO over 15-plus year periods more than 85% of the time. The boring fund is not boring because nobody thought of a better idea. It is boring because it is the better idea. Exact actions. In order. 1. In your Roth IRA search bar, type VOO S&P 500 0.03% fee or VTI total market 0.03% or FZROX fidelity only 0.00%. 2. Select dollar amount, not number of shares. Enter whatever you're starting with. 3. Select market order to buy at current price. 4. Click buy. You are now an investor. That was the whole step. You do not need to find the best fund. You need to find a good fund and hold it for decades. VOO has been a good fund for decades. The time spent searching for a better fund is time the good fund spent compounding. Automate and leave it alone. Step 5 is the step that makes every other step work, and step 5 requires you to do almost nothing. Go to your brokerage account settings. Find automatic investments or recurring investments. At Fidelity. Accounts arrow, select Fund arrow. Automatic investments, arrow set monthly amount and date. At Vanguard. Accounts arrow. Buy arrow automatic purchases, arrow set schedule. Set a dollar amount that leaves your month intact. $50, $100, $200. Whatever the amount is that you will not notice leaving and will not need back. Set the date to 2 days after your paycheck arrives. Turn it on. And then leave it alone. This is the hardest instruction in personal finance and it has no tricks. The market will drop. The news will be bad. The headlines will say things designed to make you look at your balance and feel afraid. You will not sell. You will not stop the automatic investment. You will not look at the balance more than once per quarter. The automatic investment will continue running on the date you selected, buying more of the fund at whatever price it happens to be, which over a long enough period produces the result that compound interest has always produced. More than you put in, growing faster than you added, eventually running without you. The $2.40 account is still out there. It still exists. You can keep $1,000 in it for immediate spending if that is what your bank requires. But the $8,000 that was paying you $2.40 per year is now in a Roth IRA invested in VOO, growing at whatever rate the market produces this year, and contributing automatically on the 17th of every month without requiring your emotional involvement. The savings account still exists. It just stopped being the entire plan. While you were watching this video, your savings account earned approximately 1 cent. That is not a joke. That is the math. $8,000 at 0.03%, APY, divided by 365 days is $0.0066 per day. The video is about 5 minutes. You were here for $0.000023 of interest, which is the finest possible argument for not keeping your long-term money in that account. The 5 steps are not complicated. They are in order for a reason. The emergency fund gate protects every step after it. The debt paydown removes the guaranteed loss before the speculative gain. The account type determines how much of the gain you keep. The fund choice determines what the gain is. The automation determines whether the gain happens without requiring your emotional presence every time the market does something dramatic. The $2.40 account did not fail you. It is doing exactly what it is designed to do. You just now know what it is designed to do, and you now know the sequence of 5 things that replaces it with something designed to do more. That knowledge is the only prerequisite. Everything else is just following the steps. The savings account did not fail you. You were just never told what to do after it. Now you have been told. The sequence is 5 steps. The first one starts today.